Dak Prescott extension. Let that sink in. Especially all you haters out there. Dak Prescott extension. Good people. It's your boy Mr. Rome. Cowboys fan talk. Right back. Like I never left. If y'all can't hear it, man, CFT is a little under the weather. I don't feel too good, man. Before I get started tonight, just want to say thank y'all, man. Y'all been running it up. I appreciate all the new subscriptions, all the support. I know it's been rough. After getting put out the playoffs, it's hard to, stay tapped in sometimes. Everybody that comes to the channel every day, I appreciate your support. Appreciate your love. All the likes, subscribes, the shares, etc. Thank you. If you're new here, you like the content, hit the sub button. I'd appreciate it. Today was like a Cowboys news dump. It's so much stuff that's coming out of Senior Bowl weekend that it's hard to kind of get it all together. I'm not going to try to overload you. I'm going to try to just touch on everything that I kind of heard. And then in the coming weeks, since it's the off season, I will try to go back into each topic more specifically and, try to expound on them because we ain't got nothing but time, unfortunately. First and foremost, today, Stephen Jones said the Cowboys can see themselves extending Dak Prescott. I just got to get to that first. That's a great move. All the Cowboys, Dak haters and Cowboys haters, fans of the team that hate Dak Prescott are frustrated. They just want the Cowboys to cut him, eat the 80 million cap hit. They don't care. They're not even logical at this point. They just want to get rid of him. When you have one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and you want him to be Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow, and he's not quite that, you get frustrated. I understand, but you just need to reel in your expectations. Understand that you got an excellent quarterback, but he does need some stuff around him. Once you can come to terms with that, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't beat every other player. The analogy I've been using lately is you don't expect Zion Williamson to go out there and outshoot Steph Curry. And you don't expect Steph Curry to get in the post and out Zion Williamson. Let them have their game. You feel me? Dak Prescott has a unique game. Surround him with stuff that's going to support that game and accentuate his pluses and try to limit his minuses. That's it. It's not that difficult. But I'm excited about it, man. It also kind of tips a hat to we're going to be adding some weapons around Dak Prescott. The contract being extended lowers the cap hit, allows us to go after people like Odell Beckham Jr., which was confirmed today that the Cowboys are still interested. Stephen Jones said that today. The Cowboys are still interested and will be trying to pursue Odell Beckham Jr. According to that video I saw yesterday, that's the thing. We will touch on that in the coming days. Just further on how my thoughts on that. Or a D-Hop, or a Jerry Jeudy if he's on the trade market, or just go get me another veteran weapon and draft one. Load the clip. Bring back Tony Pollard if you need to on a lesser contract and draft a running back. Load the clip. That's what this offseason is about. Loading the clip. You already got the weapon. Dak Prescott is the weapon. Load the clip. You feel me? Also, Jerry Jones and them pointed out the fact that Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy, they weren't doing this no more. They was doing this. And you kind of understand that why we failed. It's hard to move forward when you got friction in your front office and in your coaching room with different philosophies on how you should move forward and how you should elevate the quarterback when he's been having struggles with interceptions and things like that. Different philosophies just mean it wasn't going to work, especially going against amazing defense like San Francisco. That's when we hit our wall. You know what I'm saying? We need to be on one accord and all pushing in the same direction, not pulling in different directions. So, I'll touch on that a little bit further in another video. But that confirmation just, it just kind of makes you feel like, okay, I see why. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, Mike McCarthy confirmed, Jerry Jones confirmed that Mike McCarthy will be calling their plays. It's not kind of hearsay. We ain't heard Mike say it yet, but Jerry pretty much saying it. I feel like, now do I think Mike's going to call every play next year? I don't know. It's possible. But I also feel like that Jerry and Mike are on one accord. Mike wants to go out his way. Confirm that he's going to be running a offense similar to what he ran in Green Bay. And everybody can say, oh, no, that's horrible. The last couple of years of Green Bay. I hear all that. At the end of the day, that scheme, that West Coast scheme, is going to be more DAK friendly than anything Kellen Moore was running. Those slants and then those out routes and just easier throws, not trying to make DAK throwing the window of two in between two linebackers over the middle um, on a stop route or a comeback or just stupid routes that just don't give your quarterback leverage and better throwing windows. I'm happy about it. Introducing a fullback to this offense. Speaking of fullback, they and I know people probably laughing at me on Twitter because I said, meet your new fullback, and I put a picture of Zeke up there. That's not disrespect to Zeke, but if you're gonna bring back Zeke, I feel like he needs to be in a hybrid role, short yardage back, fullback, blocking, receiving, more just of a hybrid, like a football player, not just your every down back. We will have another person to be our other down back, and then situationally, you'll use Zeke. You're gonna bring him back. You have to accentuate and be smart with what you're doing with him. That was our problem with our other offensive coordinator, not being smart with what you're doing with your players. So I really feel like it's inevitable that they're going to bring back Zeke. Even though Stephen Jones never said they didn't see no drop off in Zeke's game. Stop the cap. Um, but if you bring him back, just be smart with how you're going to use him. Kyle Juszczyk, who is a fullback, comes to mind. A jack of all trades. I want Zeke to become a jack of all trades. Short yardage, passes out of the backfield, maybe even some quick slants, work on your receiving. Not just being beholden to just, I'm a short yardage back. Expanding your game. Your title is not going to be fullback, but your role in the offense might be similar to a fullback. Getting you on the field with whoever that back may be, whether it's Tony Pollard or Bijan Robinson or anybody else. And you may be blocking, but you also may get the ball in different downs. It'll be a good element to mix it up with Zeke. So we'll talk about that a little bit further going forward. I'm just happy that Mike is pretty much putting his stamp on this offense. That's exciting. Also, we officially got an offensive line coach, a Mike Solari. I hope I'm not butchering his name. Older gentleman, has coached everywhere. Has been a coach for the Cowboys. Did 2 years with Tom Landry. He's got lineage with the Cowboys. But I just wanted to kind of see what he was going to bring to the table. Because he's an older gentleman, like Pete Carroll or, some of the older coaches, like Joe Philbin. I think he's older than Joe Philbin. So what is he going to bring to the table? Why bring him here? He's a teacher. And I can't wait to dwell a little bit further into this. But just to touch on it, I'm not saying Joe Philbin wasn't a teacher. I don't know exactly why he's not here anymore. I've heard might have been health issues, might just be running his course, he want to retire, etc. But Solari's a teacher, every step of the way. I was listening to my boy Vosh Lombardi and Skywalker Still. Shout out to them brothers. Excellent work. Appreciate you guys uplifting me on that because I wasn't too familiar with the gentleman. But when they were talking about just how he teaches and how he's going to be able to explain thoroughly every step of the way on combo blocks and different run schemes and what we're going to be doing with inside zone and stuff like that, it's amazing. I think with the youthful offensive line, since we're kind of going to be switching over, we got Zach Martin, we got Tyron Smith, but we also got youth. We still Terrence Steele is young. Probably going to be getting another guard. Tyler Smith is young. Teaching is important. Well, let's go. So bringing in someone that's been in the game for years, has coached in many great running offenses. Most recently Seattle. I like that. I like the teaching aspect. So a lot of things today, man, from doubling down on DAK to new offensive line coach to basically new offensive philosophy with Mike McCarthy taking over the plays, and just a lot to dwell into, and I'm going to expound on all of it coming soon. I would just love your thoughts in the comments on the different topics I touched on. Like I said, I don't want to run past this stuff too quick because we got nothing but time to talk about it. But I did want to touch on what I've heard, and I will definitely bring back more stuff if more stuff comes out tomorrow. And more stuff will, because Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones love to talk. But the thing I'm most excited about is the fact that saying that you're willing to do a contract extension is basically just a domino effect. What does that really mean? we need more money because we about to get aggressive. I want to see the aggression. Show me. I'm ready for it. It's your boy, Mr. Rono. DAK extension.